Welcome back to The Local Show, a service of Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts and Geddes Federal Savings and Loan. The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in Central New York. The Local Show, locally produced by Zoey Advertising. Now, here are your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Welcome back, folks. If you're here, that means we are too. It's The Local Show, broadcasting from the Zoey Advertising Studios, sponsored by Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts and Geddes Federal Savings and Loan. Also on YouTube. Go ahead and check that out. So I'm just trying to think of a little story that I can tell you, Steve, that relates to this AI stuff that I've been researching.
Okay, yeah.
So
artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence. I got into the Midjourney, which Midjourney is a server that you can go on their Discord server, and you put in prompts that allow the AI to make
You're
a picture
speaking in
for
tongues,
you.
Tom. I don't know what you're talking about.
So I could say, give me a picture of a golfer.
Oh, okay.
You know,
I'm
and
with you
then,
now.
so I imagine, and then I say, golfer with a fishing pole holding a bass.
Okay.
And I can do that, and it will generate this picture in real, and then I can say, make it in the style of Pixar.
Oh my gosh.
And it's incredible what you can do with this. So people are using it to animate books, like they're making.
Why would a
books.
fisherman, why would a golfer be holding up a fish? Who would do such a thing?
I'm only saying that, folks, because in reality, not AI, Steve does that when he goes golfing. He'll actually fish in the ponds.
I do. I have a pole in my golf bag.
Yes,
True.
He's got like the Ron Popeil,
No,
little pocket
this is a
fisher.
real pole.
Or a big,
It's a real pole.
All right, let's talk to somebody semi-rational now. Betsy Blasland is the owner of Diana Jewelers. And Diana Jewelers has been around for a long time, hasn't it, Betsy?
Yes, we have.
Yeah. For how many years?
Well, in Liverpool, we'll be 65 years July 1st of 2023, yeah. But my grandparents had the original Dianas on North Salina Street from about 1921 to 1957.
Oh, wow.
And they had 4 children. My mother was daughter number 2.
Gotcha.
And her youngest brother, my uncle, opened up one in the Skyline and then closed probably 20, 30 years ago.
Right.
And we remain in Liverpool. So, yeah.
My parents got their engagement ring from the one in the Skyline.
Yeah?
Yeah, because my father grew up on Highland Ave.
Yep.
So it was just around the corner. You could walk over there.
Yeah. My grandparents, that the history of Little Italy in Syracuse, and people my grandmother used to always say the brides and grooms would walk. They would come from the church, from Assumption Church, and they would walk down the street, and they'd go to the florist and the photographer and the jeweler, and they'd all stop and say hi.
Wow.
So it was quite a neighborhood.
It was just such a different vibe. That's the era I grew up in, and it's like, gosh.
Well, we got our wedding rings. Our wedding rings at Service Merchandise. They were two.
We did get our rings.
They were two for $1.
Yeah.
In 1987, but the ring, this other ring, Tom, I didn't tell you this. Betsy and her team just redid this. Was my dad's ring.
Oh yeah, I remember.
So folks on
YouTube
YouTube can see this, and it was getting thin in the back.
Sure.
And it had problems that'll crack in it, and this was my dad's. Really only piece of jewelry.
Right.
Was his ring.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's mine, and just picked it up last week. So we're familiar with it. And then Judy bought me this. I have a little bracelet.
A little bracelet. Very nice.
Again.
a very nice manly bracelet.
A manly
it's very
bracelet.
manly looking.
Well, you say it's manly.
Yes.
I think it is.
It is. And but Judy's been her family back to and her mom and her grandmother.
Your maiden name. You're Italian, aren't you?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Palladino is my name.
Right, there you go.
A lot of vowels. It's good.
You any relation to, what's his name, Palladino, from
Dan?
Heritage Hill?
Dan Palladino?
No, but I kind of wish I was.
Yeah. Beautiful place up there.
I need some Palladino. A lot of my relatives dropped the O and added an E and did all that thing. So
same with us.
That's okay.
See,
Still
Steve,
love
that's
them.
what they did with us, too. Because I used to be a Soccocio. It had the A on the end, and Grandpa made it an O.
Yeah, I was always a Roberts, just to be clear.
Not Robertino or anything.
No, you people with vowels at the end of your names, you're always messing with them.
You just want a vowel.
Once a Metagon, always a Metagon.
My mother-in-law was a Zeppatello, so
we'll have to adapt them. No, but a lot of people don't know what can be done with inherited rings, and that was a perfect example of something that was so worn at the back. But what we did with yours is called a half shank. So it's basically putting in a new part on the back of the ring to make it last another 150 years. Really.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So the neighborhood jeweler still exists. It's still there. There's this internet thing, but do you have people frequently walking in with challenges like I had?
Yes. I don't know how to elaborate.
No, you do. So it's
yes.
I'm not an oddball. Tom, I'm not an oddball.
No, well, yes, you are.
Okay. So basically, that's really what we love to do. We love to take older pieces and treasures, either reset them or repair them, recreate them. I mean, the story continues with a new story attached, basically.
Yeah. Well, your big day's coming, right? Valentine's Day, just around the corner.
She doesn't look impressed, Tom.
No.
Valentine's Day has changed a lot over the years,
great.
I mean, a lot of last-minute shopping, but
Yeah.
we like to think that, in our store, you can pretty much, the price points are anywhere from $25 and up probably, so you can get a beautiful gift. I think it's something that lasts. It's not like candy or flowers that die or add to your hips.
So if just imagine there was somebody that was stressed out about having to buy their wife a Valentine's Day. I'm asking for a friend.
Yeah.
How would you narrow it? So do you start with price point, or do you start with the gold or silver? Because you go to a jeweler, you look at things like, wow, that's nice, and it's it's 5 mortgage payments.
No, I just listen to what people tell me a story about. Tell me what she's like. Tell me what he's like. I mean, whatever you want. We have a beautiful, there's a rose special going on now, so I don't know if you've ever seen them, but they're like lacquered roses. They're like it's a real rose that's kind of been dipped in china, and it's beautiful, and it lasts forever, and it's all different beautiful colors. And that's an under $100 purchase, and there's a lot of, women now like to wear things they can pretty much wear either every day or going out. So there's a lot of beautiful sterling jewelry and a lot of lines that really.
Judy has changed the way she wears jewelry.
Yeah, we all have.
Saying that. I early in our married years, I went and bought some larger earrings that were repelled quickly, Tom. So I'm like, no big hoops, right?
Yeah.
My goodness, the size, she is wearing big hoop, and it's like it's changing longer things. And can you over at the store, can people suggest things? How can you help guys Valentine's Day? Let's talk about that. Guys walk in, and you're the old drive-in Liverpool over there behind whatever it is. Near Heights.
Near Heights.
So if a guy walks in and is clueless, which in the Greek, clueless and guy are the same word.
So funny.
How are you going to help them?
Basically, ask them. First of all, if they have an idea, and then second of all, just tell me something about her. Sometimes I even ask to show me a picture. Now that everybody's carrying their phones, show me a picture of what she's like. Yeah. Does she like dangly earrings? Because sometimes you can actually see what a style of somebody, what their style is by looking at the picture. Like, does she like flat studs? Does she like dangly earrings? Does she like itty bitty things? Does she like long things? And then we just go from there.
What about gold teeth? My wife likes the fronts.
Sorry, no gold teeth.
So Tom, I like the gold rose. It's not gold. What's it dipped in?
It's a lacquer. Okay. They actually preserve the rose in like a china lacquer. They come all different colors.
Because I can do that because Judy doesn't listen to the show. She hears enough of me. So this can be a secret.
That's great.
But there's lots of options, lots of things, lots of stories to tell over a day.
And good quality stuff that can last forever. So whether it's Valentine's Day or not, go talk with Betsy. Betsy Blasland right there, who was a Palladino and owner of Diana Jewelers. Still is. That's right. You always are. All right. Hey, thanks for stopping by.
Thank
really
you so much for having me, guys. Always a pleasure.
Excellent. Next, we're going to talk fruits and vegetables and organic stuff. Lizzie Blackburn is the owner of Dizzy Lizzie's Farm, and she'll be on the local show right here on 570 WSYR. Stick around.